We all have that one very humbling moment in our lives that reminds us that we are human. For me, it was failing this particular course. Now, let's backtrack. I joke about this a lot, but in primary school, I wasn't really the brightest student. After years of hearing people say that pretty girls are smart and I shouldn't be dumb, I got into high school and I started to do better. At best, I was an average student. But just like Jack Harlow, I didn't peak in high school. University changed the whole narrative for me. I was finally studying my dream occupation and I was above average until this particular semester. You are not your past failures. I want you to remember these 6 words in your mind through the course of this video and through the course of your life. Most times we put a microscope on these little events that happen in our lives and then we allow it to define our whole life, our whole personality, and then we just cling on to that microscoped events that happened in our life and we roll with it like that. So let's say you woke up late 3 days in a row and you missed the bus or you missed an appointment. You start telling yourself, oh, I'm always late. I can never keep the time. I can never wake up early. Soon enough, you build your life around that whole personality that you are somebody who cannot wake up early, that you are somebody that is always late. And then you start to bear the consequences of building your life around that personality and you don't even know it. When I got the results for my 400 level third semester, which happened to be one of my most stressful semesters because I was writing my first ever pre-qualifying professional exam as well as my qualifying professional exam, and I still had to go for my regular classes. I still had to take tests in this regular class. I still had to take regular school exams while preparing for these professional exams. When I saw that I failed this particular course, and when I say failed, I mean I got a C in it. Most people might see a C as okay, but this is coming from someone that has been a constant AB student. And as I said before, I peaked in university. That's when I actually started doing well in school. So this felt more like a slap on my face. Fast forward to January 2024, where I was writing a professional exam that related to this course that I had failed. So now the fear of failing this professional exam because I had failed that course started to creep in. I know I am not alone when I say this, but we sometimes let our past failures to hold us back from our present opportunities. Most times than usual, the things that we have failed at before are not in any way related to our present and current realities, our present and current opportunities. So let's say you failed a course last semester. This semester, in a different unrelated course, you're afraid to raise up your hand because you're so ashamed, you're so scared because you had failed that course. So in class you don't understand what's going on, but you're so scared, so ashamed to raise up your hand because you failed that course. Awareness builds trust and trust breeds confidence, and once you are truly confident in your strengths, in your abilities, then you can move on to the next big things in your life. Being aware of your shortcomings gives you the chance to work on them and improve them. Whereas shunning your embarrassments, your failures, your shortcomings, it gives you this full confidence that, oh, okay, I failed that. Okay, let me just go and do the next thing. I'm going to get that next thing. Meanwhile, you don't even know the reason why you failed that. You don't know what are the things that made you feel that are holding you back from getting even a 50% chance at this new thing that you want to pursue. Once you become aware of your failures and you're working on them, you're working towards the goals that you have made for yourself, there's going to have to be that point in your life where you are ready to take the leap and actually pursue the next big thing. And if you're not careful, those fears are going to come back like they did with me. Now, you see, this is when you have to isolate the situation. When you're on your way to do the next big thing in your life and these doubts start coming back from a month ago, the doubts of a year ago, a doubt of a few minutes ago, in fact, you have to remind yourself that this present situation has nothing to do with that past failure. You see, the brain works in such a way that it tries to protect us from harm or from fear or from whatever we see as fearful. So it relies on past events to predict future experiences. So all that fear that you're feeling, all that self-doubt, all that, oh, what if it's not going to work out? What if I fail? What if I get embarrassed? All of that, it's just as a response to a prediction. Guys, it's not even real. It's not real. Isolating the situation is altering your brain chemistry to say, okay, yes, I am afraid. Yes, this may fail. Yes, I may feel embarrassed. Yes, this might cause me shame. But what if it works? What if I don't fail? What if I win? Now, you may be thinking, okay, Sharon, what if I go through these motions? What if I go through this, all this, and then I take that leap? I do that big thing, right? And I still fail. What then? This leads me to my concluding point. You have to make peace with the gods of failure. You have to come to the understanding that you failing is not a defining characteristics of your life. I just read this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear, and at the closing chapters of the book, he speaks about the downside of atomic habits, the downside of basically everything that he has told us to do in his book. And at first, I was like, that's very counterintuitive. Like, why are you telling us to do this? Then at the end, you're just like, okay, this is the downside of doing all those things that I told you to do. But he made so much sense in saying that we could get attached to one identity. We could get so attached to that one identity that once it's taken away from us, we become utterly and completely lost. For example, me taking on the identity of a YouTuber, right? Versus me taking the identity of someone that is creative. She loves to express her creativity through videography and she loves to help people as well. What if one day something, God forbid, happens to YouTube and like they just shut everything down and I can't be on YouTube anymore? What becomes of me if I hold so closely to myself the identity of a YouTuber? I become lost because I'm just like, okay, I'm a YouTuber, there's no more YouTube. What am I? Whereas holding on to the identity that I am a creative, I love to express myself, I love to help people. Now that is giving me more options, it's giving me more value, more than being tied to the identity of a YouTuber. Detach from the idea that that next big thing is going to become who you are, it's going to define you, it's going to give you a purpose, it's going to give you a meaning to life, it's going to be what they're going to know you about. Tell yourself, like, actually go to the mirror. Are they fighting? Go to the mirror and say, even if I fail at this next big thing, I'ma be alright, okay? I am not defined by the things I can and cannot do. I am not defined by the car I drive. I am not defined by my CGPA. I am not defined by whatever material thing. You're Gucci either ways. You know that, okay, even if you fail, you're good. Even if you win, you're still good. And that is making peace with the gods of failure. You have to come to an understanding where you're able to detach from this next thing that is coming for you, this next thing that you're about to pursue. Understanding that you are enough as you are. And this next big thing, that void you're trying to make it feel it by yourself. Like, be content in who you are. And this is something that I'm struggling with. So I would definitely not tell you that it's something that is just say and do. I have to keep on reminding myself, okay, this thing that is causing me so much stress, it's causing me so much harm, it doesn't define me. Okay, for example, me, I have been emailing brands. I have been emailing brands the whole year and I have been getting a lot of no's. Like, not a lot of no's, I've only been getting no's. I've been getting, oh, we are not ready now. No, we're not looking for anybody to work with. That's okay. Me being a content creator, me being a creative is not defined by getting a brand deal. Of course, it's a nice goal that I want to get. Like, it's going to give me, like, that okay, I've been doing this for quite a while and like somebody's noticing me, but that doesn't define me. That is not the bone and bane of my existence. I'm gonna be I if I get a brand deal. I'm gonna be also I if I don't get a brand deal. I mean, look at me. Am I? To close up the story that began this video, I did pass that professional exam and I am now a registered midwife. You see, sometimes you just have to look at failure. You just have to look at fear in the eye and say, I'm gonna be I. Whether or not this goes well, whether or not this goes bad, I am going to be all right. I hope throughout the course of this video, you kept on reminding yourself, you are not your past failures. Just because you didn't do something well or just because you did something bad or something didn't work out, that does not define you. That is not a defining characteristics of you. You are so much more than your wins and your losses, right? It's not that black and white. I hope you leave this video feeling encouraged, feeling motivated, feeling inspired to embrace failure, to be like, okay, I failed. Next, what did I learn from this? Because that's the only way you can move. That's the only way you can get to doing those big things. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Make sure to like this video because it really does help the algorithm push it to more people that would need it. And if you know anybody that would need this kind of encouragement, make sure you share these videos with them. And last but not the least, if you are not subscribed yet, please join the Shfriends. We are cool here. You know, we have these deep conversations, we talk, we are trying to get our wellness up. Not our money yet, money's gonna come either way. I have a whole playlist where I have videos like this, so make sure you check that, linked down below, as well as my vlogs, my other content, and my socials. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.